What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of September 21st through the 27th of 2020. Thank you for being here. Well, we got the sun transiting into your ninth house here, and of Libra, of course, and it's definitely going to have you look to expand reality a little bit, to expand within, and to bring in some universal wisdom and universal knowledge, and to be curious and to kind of figure things out in a very expansive, explorative way. So it's a good time here, I would say, for you guys. It's definitely hitting you guys in a good way. I think the more you can channel that with your identity, to your identity, I should say, that wisdom that you're going to receive, and expand your identity of within who you are. I mean, I'd say it's a good time to travel, which is debatable in these times in life. So I think it's more about, the wisdom that you're going to start receiving and channeling. And that's kind of like where it's at right now, especially with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn in your 12th house. I mean, there's so much unseen energy that's going on right now. And, with the sun in your ninth house too, I feel like you guys are just definitely like getting big spiritual upgrades and channeling that, that wisdom, and just trusting in that belief of more in the universe is it's very powerful in this point in reality, because reality is kind of a weird place, at least from where I'm sitting. I don't know about you guys. And then we got Mercury here, which is going to oppose Mars in your third house. So there's definitely a lot about getting the message out, and like this tug of war between like maybe not trusting yourself enough to put your message out there, especially like the channeled messages. And like, when you get that hit, that intuitive bang, like I think, you got to put it out there, and you got to express that. And, you don't want to hold yourself back from that in any way. And, it's also, having you, bring a lot of thought to expanding your environment in ways that fit, your truth and how you want to express. So it can go a few different ways here, but I would say there's a lot of spiritual energy around Aquarius right now, that's like a very positive way. And then it's also there's big things ending too with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn there, and there's a lot of transformation deep within that can feel like insane at times, to be honest. So there is positive there of just kind of trusting in the universe, I would say, and creating your environment based on, your belief that everything is going to work out, and keeping a positive outlook in that way. Mercury is going to transit into your 10th house on Sunday. So again, this is kind of going to bring your career and how you want to be seen, and how you want to, put that message out into the public more. So there's definitely a lot about the message. And I think with Mars retrograde here, it can be kind of hard to drive forward with the message you want to get out there. But, it's going deep within and just letting it out that can truly be beneficial. And then, of course, we have a yod to Venus in your 7th house. And we got Jupiter in your 12th with Neptune in your 2nd. It's going to quincunx Venus this week. So I think there's a lot of beauty in making sure that your relationships align with you spiritually, that they align with you in the ultimate value, that you can create the reality you want through your relationships. And if relationships are holding you back, it's almost like that's the message that you have to get out. You got to be willing to speak your truth to them as well, so that you can have the beauty and the harmony with other people. And it's definitely, find the ultimate value in a harmony, whether it's with partnerships, relationships, and other people. There's a lot there. So kind of going to get pulled there with that yod to make sure that relationships are right, and to make sure that your message is coming out in the right way too, with values and how you want to create. And also self-love, big time self-love. Make sure that relationships align with you and your heart. And that's like the most important thing, especially with Leo being the ruler of your 7th house. Like if relationships don't align with the heart and they don't connect to you that way, then it's time to disconnect. So, and then we got the first quarter square of the moon this week in Capricorn, of course, squaring the sun in Libra. So I think this is definitely some more, deep stuff, with the sun in the 9th squaring the 12th house moon. It's like, trusting that intuition and manifesting from a place of like the ultimate belief, in spirit, that you're guided towards what you're going to create. And it's almost like it's going to force you to start ending things that aren't going to be aligned with where your journey's going. And you kind of just have to trust that spirit's going to take you there, and like trust that that wisdom's coming through to guide you towards the ultimate identity that you're about to shift into at the end of this year. So it's kind of this build up here. It's a powerful time for sure. And that's, pretty much the main transits for this week. So let's see what we got for the card here. We got the Page of Cups reversed. More about the message and coming from that, your uniqueness within yourself and expressing that emotion and to not hold back and to, I would say be very curious of the messages you're receiving and channeling right now, and to not be afraid to speak them out and put them out into the universe and to put them out into your reality here. But there's definitely changes coming, and it's just a matter of not being afraid but being curious and going on the journey right now, and letting everything expand. And not holding it back, but being curious of what's going to expand, and to trust that expansion is probably more within you than it is the world. As much as the sun in the ninth house wants to probably just go and explore the world, it's almost like, more exploring your environment with Mars retrograde in the third, and being more curious there and expanding in that aspects of life. And, definitely getting your message out for the environment you want, the relationships you want, and the things that bring you the best value. So, hope that was helpful. I love you very much, Aquarius. I'll catch you next time. Peace.